He did everything right. Bought a 2022 F-150. Paid cash. Kept up with every service interval. Changed his own oil. Replaced his own filters. Treated that truck the way his father taught him to treat a tool. With respect and with his own 2 hands. Then the check engine light came on. Nothing serious. A sensor. $40 part. 20-minute job. He has done it 100 times on every truck he has owned since 1987. He ordered the part. Installed it himself. Cleared the code. The light came back on. He took it to his mechanic. Not the dealer, the guy he has trusted for 11 years. The guy who has never once padded a bill or recommended a repair that wasn't needed. His mechanic plugged in his professional scan tool. Looked at the screen. Looked up. I can't finish this. Ford's system won't let me reset the module. You have to go to the dealer. 1 hour at the dealership. $150 just to plug in a laptop and authorize a part that was already installed and already working. Then, the labor on top. Then the diagnostic fee they charged before they touched anything. A $40 repair became a $400 afternoon, and the dealer smiled the whole time. This is not bad luck. This is not a fluke. This is a designed system operating exactly as the people who built it intended. 3 walls are doing this to truck owners across America right now. The software lock, the data toll, and the legislation that was supposed to demolish all of it. You do not understand all 3 yet. That is the trap. Here is how they built the cage. Ford did not announce it. GM did not hold a press conference. Stellantis did not send a letter to the 7 million truck owners affected. They just started installing it. On the F-150, the aggressive data restriction tightened with the 2022 model year. Live vehicle data, advanced module resets, and certain programming functions now require manufacturer-level subscription access, the kind independent shops either can't get or pay thousands of dollars a year to maintain. On the Silverado and Sierra, GM's Secure Gateway went active in 2020. Bidirectional commands, the active tests and system resets that distinguish a real diagnosis from a code read, restricted to credentialed access. Same wall, different logo. The Federal Trade Commission investigated all of this in 2021. Their report to Congress was called Nixing the Fix. Their finding after a full government investigation, reviewing testimony from both sides, scant evidence to support manufacturers' justifications for repair restrictions. Not weak evidence. Not inconclusive evidence. Scant. The government's own agency found the wall has no legitimate foundation. And then went home. And the wall stayed up because the National Automobile Dealers Association, NADA, is spending millions of dollars every single year lobbying Congress to make sure no law ever forces it down. In 2025, NADA sent formal opposition letters to every committee reviewing the Repair Act. The people profiting from your $400 sensor reset are funding the campaign to keep you paying it. This is what mechanics have started calling the right to repair trap. Vehicle data restrictions are now costing independent repair shops $3.1 billion every year. That money does not disappear. It lands on your invoice. It shows up in the difference between the shop you trust and the dealer you don't. They built the cage in silence. And the bill you pay every time you take your truck to the dealer is the rent. Here is what the mechanics who actually understand this system are doing. They are not writing to their congressman. They are not signing petitions. They are not waiting for a law that has been stalled in committee since 2023. They are buying the right trucks. Because here is the thing Ford will never put on a window sticker, the dealer will never mention during the sale, and the NADA will never advertise. The aggressive data gating on the F-150 does not exist on trucks built before 2022. A 2021 F-150 with the same engine, the same capability, and the same towing capacity as a 2022 model gives an independent mechanic substantially more open diagnostic access. No manufacturer portal required for the majority of repairs. One stop, one bill, one mechanic you actually trust, The cutoff is 2022 on the F-150. One model year. That is the entire distance between a truck your mechanic can fully service and a truck that routes every serious repair through a franchise lot, charging 36% more for the privilege. They are sourcing clean 2019, 2020, and 2021 F-150s right now. They are watching Silverado and Sierra 2018 and 2019 models the same way. Pre-Gateway GM trucks. Pre-Restriction Ford. Trucks that answer to a scan tool and a skilled pair of hands without asking for corporate permission first. This is not nostalgia. This is the most financially intelligent truck buying decision a working owner can make in 2026. I know exactly what is happening in the comments right now. Someone is already typing, "The Repair Act is going to fix all of this." Let me show you exactly what the Repair Act is right now, in real numbers in real time. H.R. 1566 was introduced in February 2025. It cleared a House subcommittee by voice vote on February 10. Senators Loon and Hawley introduced the Senate version in April 2025. 83% of Americans support it, 84% of Republicans, 82% of Democrats, over 50 bipartisan co-sponsors. It is not law. It has not been signed. It has not passed either full chamber. And NADA is still working every back channel available to make sure it never does. Massachusetts voters passed telematics right to repair in 2020. The automakers immediately filed a lawsuit to kill it. That case survived 7 verdict delays across 5 years before a newly appointed judge dismissed it in early 2025. 5 years for one state law. Maine passed a similar measure in November 2023. It only applies to vehicles sold after January 2025. 2 states, a decade of fights, and a bill that would protect every truck owner in every state is still sitting in committee while the dealership network funds the opposition. Now understand the 3 walls that law has not yet touched. The software lock, Ford's enhanced data gating on 2022 plus F-150s, GM's secure gateway on 2020 plus Silverados and Sierras, Stellantis' SGW on 2018 plus Ram platforms. Bidirectional commands restricted, module programming locked to dealer credentials. A physical repair your independent shop completed now requires a second appointment at the franchise lot and $200 to $500 in dealer-only authorization fees. The data toll, manufacturer diagnostic subscriptions, now run $2,000 to $7,000 per year per manufacturer brand for independent shops who want full access. One shop in 2024 spent $400,000 on tools, software, and education just to work on modern platforms. That cost does not stay in the shop. Every dollar lands on your bill. The legislation gap. 63% of independent shops are hitting a data wall daily or weekly. 51% are sending trucks directly to dealers they cannot compete with on price. A federal law requiring equal diagnostic access exists as a bill number. It does not yet exist as protection. The 3 walls are up. One state court ruling has touched one of them. That is the real status of right to repair in America right now. That is the real status of right to repair in America right now. Ford F-150, 2022 and newer, enhanced telematics gating active. Live diagnostic data routes through Ford servers. Advanced module resets and certain programming functions require OM Portal subscription access. Budget the extra $200 to $500 before the job starts, because it is coming, whether you budget it or not. Ford F-150, 2021 and older, substantially more open diagnostic access. Independent shops can complete the majority of repairs without OM Portal involvement. Your mechanic finishes the job. You get one bill. The 36% dealer premium stays in your pocket. Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra, 2020 and newer, GM Secure Gateway installed. Bidirectional restrictions active on both platforms. Same 2-stop repair structure as the post-2022 Ford. Dealer gets a cut of every serious diagnosis whether you want them involved or not. Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra, 2019 and older, gateway system absent on most configurations. Independent diagnostic access largely unrestricted. One shop, one visit, one mechanic who knows your truck better than anyone at a franchise service counter. This is not a rumor. This is not forum speculation. When a corporation controls who can diagnose your truck, they control whether your truck functions. When they control function, they control value. When they control value, they control you, regardless of what the title in your name legally says. The 5C found scant evidence this system protects safety. Scant evidence, it protects quality. Scant evidence, it protects anyone except the $3.1 billion annual revenue stream that flows from your repair bill to the dealer network. And while these same manufacturers block your mechanic from your truck's computer in the name of cybersecurity, they are selling your driving data, your braking habits, your GPS history, and your acceleration patterns to insurance companies for profit. Here is the most brutal sentence in this entire video. You didn't buy a truck. You bought a subscription to drive one. And the terms were never in the contract you signed. The same mechanic who faced access denied on that F-150 screen at the start of this video, if he is driving a 2021, if his shop has the right credentials, if he knows the cutoff, never sees that screen again. That is the workaround. That is the right to repair system. Use it now, while the window is still open. We are not asking permission to fix what we paid for. The NADA is funding the campaign to keep your mechanic locked out of your truck's computer. The automakers are selling your driving data to insurance companies while blocking your independent shop from the same diagnostic access their franchise dealers get for free. 83% of Americans support the right to fix their own vehicles, and the dealer lobby is still outrunning that number in Washington. This channel tracks the cutoffs, flags the new walls, and shares the workarounds before the market closes them. That is what you are subscribing to. Not a channel, a network. What year and model is your truck? And have you ever had a shop tell you they could not finish a repair without sending it to the dealer? Put it in the comments. Your answer is the map for every owner who buys after you. Know the cutoff. Own the access. Refuse the terms.